What if the biggest promise from the world's most famous tech visionary was a lie? A lie so big that a jury decided it was worth over $243 million for a single accident. We're diving deep into a story that's about much more than just cars. It's about the massive, growing gap between a brilliant vision and a very harsh reality. We're talking about Elon Musk, Tesla, and how the promise of full self-driving cars has driven the company straight into a legal, financial, and regulatory swamp. This isn't a story to bash Tesla. It's a case study about promises, consequences, and a technology that might not be what you think it is. For years, Elon Musk has sold us a dream, a future where our cars drive themselves. He famously claimed his company would achieve full autonomy in approximately 2 years, and that one day you'd be able to summon your car from across the country. He repeated this promise year after year after year. And this wasn't just talk. This vision fueled Tesla's stock price into the stratosphere and convinced hundreds of thousands of customers to pay thousands of dollars for a software package called Full Self-Driving. But here's the disconnect. While Musk was making these grand promises, what did the technology actually do? According to the official standard used by all automotive engineers, the SAE, Tesla's autopilot and FSD are classified as Level 2 automation. So what does Level 2 mean? Think of it like a very advanced cruise control. The car can help with steering and speed under certain conditions, but, and this is the critical part, it requires constant driver supervision. The driver must have their hands on the wheel and eyes on the road, ready to take over at any second. Even Tesla's own owner's manuals state this very clearly. So on one hand, you have a CEO promising a car that can drive itself. On the other, you have the official manuals and the technology itself saying, "Warning, you must always be in control." This isn't just a marketing contradiction anymore. It's become the foundation for a legal storm that now threatens the very core of the company. Let's start in Florida. In 2019, a man named Naibal Benavides Leon was killed when a Tesla Model S on autopilot veered off the road and crashed into a parked SUV. The lawyers for the survivor argued that the driver of the Tesla had become overly confident in the system precisely because of how Tesla marketed it. After weeks of testimony, the jury came back with a stunning verdict. They found Tesla 33% responsible for the crash, and the price tag? $243 million. Now, here's the most important detail. $200 million of that was for punitive damages. Punitive damages are not about compensating a victim. They are designed to punish a company and deter them from doing the same thing again. The jury was sending a message. They believed Tesla's conduct wasn't just negligent, it was intentionally wrong. This verdict, according to legal experts, has now opened the floodgates for similar lawsuits across the country. But the storm doesn't stop in Florida. Out in California, a judge has allowed a massive class action lawsuit to move forward. This lawsuit represents a whole group of Tesla owners who claim the company deceived them into paying thousands of dollars for a full self-driving feature that, years later, still doesn't exist. The judge specifically pointed to Musk's public statements as evidence that could have misled thousands of consumers. And this is where the story takes an even more serious turn. It's no longer just about civil lawsuits. The U.S. Department of Justice and the Securities and Exchange Commission, the SEC, are now involved. Federal investigators are looking into whether Tesla's claims about its self-driving capabilities constitute wire fraud for deceiving consumers and securities fraud for deceiving investors. This elevates the problem from a product safety issue to a potential corporate crime. So what is the real cost of all this? First, there's the money. While $243 million won't bankrupt Tesla, it sets a precedent for future cases that could add up to billions. This legal uncertainty puts pressure on the stock price, which was built not just on selling cars, but on the future promise of a robo-taxi network, a promise that now seems further away than ever. But perhaps the biggest cost is trust. According to federal data, of all the crashes reported involving driver assist systems since 2021, Tesla's accounted for a staggering majority of them, over 2,300 incidents. When the company positioned as the future of driving is involved in the vast majority of crashes, it creates a massive trust problem. This constant stream of negative headlines about lawsuits, investigations, and crashes erodes consumer confidence. And in the race for autonomous driving, where rivals like Waymo are moving cautiously, Tesla's legal troubles could cause it to lose its first-mover advantage. So where does this leave us? Elon Musk's vision undoubtedly revolutionized the auto industry. But this story is a powerful reminder that even for the most charismatic visionaries, there's a line between ambitious promises and accountability. The aggressive marketing that built Tesla's empire is now being used against it in courtrooms and federal investigations. The ultimate question is whether these legal battles will force Tesla to become more transparent and accountable, or if they'll just be seen as the cost of doing business. The future of self-driving may be decided not just by engineers, but by the trust they build with us, the public. So, what do you think? Is this a case of a visionary being punished for pushing the limits, or a long overdue reality check for a company that promised too much? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and if you want more deep dives like this, make sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching.